A very good Sunday morning to you. I'm Lauren Tallarico here in the KHOU11 newsroom for our AM update, which is just an unscripted conversation between me and you and Addison in a little while. So yeah, we're just telling you the top stories, both here in Texas and really around the world. And if you'd like to weigh in on something, you can do so on the screen, and we'll read some of your comments a little bit later on. So the first thing we're going to talk about is something happening in San Antonio, Texas. An Air Force base in San Antonio is one of 4 bases across the country that will house citizens being evacuated from China. So U.S. citizens being evacuated from China because of that deadly Wuhan coronavirus. Of course, that outbreak continues to spread. So far, more than 300 people have died from this virus. Lakeland Air Force Base, Lockland Air Force Base, that is, I'm sorry, in San Antonio says they're going to be housing some of these citizens that are being evacuated. I think they can house up to about 250, and this is through the month. So we'll have to see what happens come March. But so far, they said that they're going to be one of the 4 bases that will quarantine these folks coming home from China until the end of the month. So far, there are 8 U.S. cases confirmed for the coronavirus, the Wuhan coronavirus. The latest case was a college student in Boston. Also new today, the first death from the Wuhan coronavirus outside of China. A man who had traveled to China went back to the Philippines. He died from the virus. So again, that's the first death outside of China. And that happened today. So that's sad. Of course, we're keeping you up to date with the coronavirus online, KHOU.com. We have lots of information, including symptoms, what the CDC is saying, what the World Health Organization says, and all that good stuff. So you can find that's a great place for information. Okay, now we're going to get back here to Houston. Avoid this area in the Galleria. I think we're going to have a live look here in a second. It's the West Loop 610 in the Galleria by 59. So it's been closed all weekend long because of some, they're adding some beams to the roads there. Yeah, see, to see 610 almost empty right there. Isn't that weird? You don't see that very often. But it's been closed all weekend long. It has been the bane of drivers' existence this weekend because it's causing all sorts of problems. It's going to be closed until 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. So if you're heading around town today, going to brunch, going to church, going to something fun, or going home, whatever, you're going to want to avoid that area. It's going to reopen again tomorrow morning at 5, but it's going to close every weekend through the month of February. So big heads up there. Not a fun thing to run into on the weekends. Okay. Oh, of course, we have to talk about the Super Bowl. Super Bowl's tonight. Super Bowl Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. The Chiefs take on the 49ers at 5:30 in Miami. So, well, it's 5:30 Houston time. It's 6:30 in Miami, but you can catch that here tonight at 5:30. It's going to be a good one. Going to be a good game. We've got, if you're not watching for the football, of course, there's always the commercials. If you're not really watching for the commercials, there's a halftime show. J-Lo, Shakira are going to be shaking it during the halftime show. And Demi, we've got Chloe over at the controls doing a little dance. I wish you could see what I saw. It's got the moves, folks. Yeah, and then Demi Lovato is going to be performing the national anthem at the beginning. So I'm really excited to see that. But yeah, 5:30. You can catch it here. 5:30 o'clock. 5:30 o'clock. Is that a word? We're going to use it. 5:30 o'clock here in Houston. Oh, of course, we always wanted to send the Texans to the Super Bowl. They didn't go, but did you catch J.J. Watt last night? The leading man, one of the leading men on the Texans.
Whenever you're ready.
Hosted.
Y'all see that sack?
And I've got
I hope our quarterback's okay.
It was hilarious. He was really good. I was kind of nervous thinking, because I love J.J. Watt, so many people love him, and I just wanted him to do really well. And he did. He blew it out of the park. He is getting such good feedback from all over the country. Even Texans fans think he was fabulous. So I think we're going to have a few more J.J. Watt or Texans fans after his performance last night. If you didn't get the chance to check it out, I suggest you do so. You won't be wasting your time. Very funny. I really hope they invite him back because he was good. Love that J.J. Watt. Oh, also today, not only is it Super Bowl Sunday, it's also Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day, yeah. So Punxsutawney Phil, the most exhausted meteorologist in the country this morning because he had a very busy morning. A lot of eyes were on him. It's a very stressful day. And he did not see his shadow, which means it's spring's coming early. That's what he says. That's what the groundhog says.
So he says.
Yeah, Addison says. So he says. Yeah, that's a lot of pressure for that little guy. And I can't believe how many people go out there in the snow that early just to watch.
Every single year.
Every year.
And they go out in droves, go out days before. It's a big festival. We've been doing this for well over 130 years, I think.
134 years.
134 years.
A lot of
Incredible.
experience under his fur.
But he only works one day a year.
It's a big day.
So it's one big day that he just has to sleep and rest for. And then they yank him out and they're like, all right, give me your forecast. Then go back in your hole.
How do we get a job like that?
That's the cake job right there. I want Phil's job.
I know, then he just goes back and goes to sleep. Yeah, do you think, is that accurate, would you say?
It's a little bit.
Do you know any of the history behind? I'm like putting you on the spot
No,
here.
it's fine.
Do you know any history, like what started it?
The only thing I can recall is that it's from the old continent. I believe it's a German tradition, and they used to use hedgehogs, if I'm not mistaken, until they found out like it wasn't too cool to yank those guys out and they get spiked because of them.
Yeah, hedgehogs are leave me alone.
Yeah, I was just like, go away. So they use a groundhog now, and I think he's like maybe right like a third of the time. But this is the first time he said spring is going to arrive early, back-to-back years in quite a while. So usually it's winter's going to last for a lot longer. This year, not so much the case. So, hey, that's some good news right here for us in
Houston. Spring always starts early in Houston. Spring starts in like December in Houston. I don't know. Does winter ever come? I mean, something a few days here and there. But,
yeah, not really.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky here in Houston. But yeah, gosh, what a gorgeous day yesterday was. What a
sensational day. Were you out about yesterday?
Oh yeah, I went for a run. I took my daughter and the dog to the park. Yeah, it was great.
So yeah, I agree. I was out and about exploring some of Houston, still getting myself acquainted with the town since I've only been here a couple months, and I was down in the Kemah area.
Oh, cool. Did
Wonderful.
You like it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I couldn't stay too late because I have to get ready for the show today. But yeah, it was a great place to check out. I can't wait to go check it out later on during this spring season, summer season, when it's warmer and brighter later on. But so far so good. I like it.
Dripping sweat come August. So enjoy that, Addison. But not today. It's going to be perfect today, right?
Today, gorgeous, sensational day. Mid to upper 70s, I think, for many spots with scattered clouds coming on in for the afternoon hours. Here's your 7-day forecast, talking about how on this Groundhog Day it is definitely warmer than where it was yesterday. We've tuned it up to 11 here at Channel 11. And we do have ourselves, unfortunately, scattered showers to talk about for Monday and Tuesday. It's about 50% on average for both days, 40% for maybe in towards Tuesday afternoon. But we're watching a cold front coming by Tuesday evening into Wednesday morning, and that cold front means business. We're talking about the potential for some possible strong, maybe even severe weather. We're keeping our eyes on the forecast from the Storm Prediction Center for areas northeast of the Houston metro area, I should say. But big thing you want to notice, Lauren, is looking at that pink arrow right there for Wednesday. That's temperatures dropping, and typically we have our warmer temperatures in the afternoon hours, cooler in the morning hours. We flip-flop those because we'll find our high maybe around midnight, and temperatures will continue to go down throughout the day. So you'll maybe grab a light jacket for your morning time frame, morning commute. By the evening hours, you're going to need a thicker jacket.
A heavy jacket. But you layer through the day. That is
Yep, just keep putting the layers on, perhaps. It's going to be out and about.
34 degrees, that's cold. That's real cold. That's spring, Punxsutawney.
No. He's like, it's just one little day. We'll deal with that. And then temperatures are bouncing back just in time for the weekend. And
much good. 70s again next weekend.
Yeah, we can't beat that. I mean, we've on a nice streak we've had here. Weekends, glorious weather. So we'll take the bad weather during the week.
That's right, just one day.
Yeah, that's fine.
But of course, we'll keep I'm sure you and the rest of the team will be following in case there's any severe weather. Can I just say something real quick? My chair squeaks. So that's what's squeaking over here, all right? Oh. Not Addison.
Nothing to do with that.
Did you catch any of JJ? Well, this morning we played some JJ Watt clips from SNL last night. What do you think of JJ Watt? Because you're new to the area. Do you love him? Like, is he an insta love for you? He was an insta love for me, and I think a lot of people in this state.
It's hard not to like the guy. Even if you just met him for the first time, you're like, wow, this guy is amazing, both on and off the field. This gave us a chance to see him in another light and get the chance for the rest of the country to see him on another side, because we've seen him from time to time in town, but the rest of the nation hasn't seen him on that typical stage. That was wonderful to see.
And he was sending Twitter updates all week with videos and saying he was like, they were working him hard up there. I mean, it's hard work memorizing all those scripts, doing tons of filming, but he pulled it off like a pro. I mean, if he was nervous, he didn't show it.
No.
He was in his element. I have a feeling they're going to invite him back. Did anybody else watch, Chloe? Did anybody talk about JJ Watt?
No, I can't. I'm going to be to go, but we're still on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
What happened with
I don't know
Facebook?
what happened there.
Well, hi, YouTube.
Hey, YouTube. How's it going?
Forget you, Facebook.
Yes, YouTube and Twitter is still rolling, but I don't see any comments on the Sir JJ.
Okay.
I didn't watch it last night, so I need to go back to
Oh,
YouTube
you
and
do.
watch some clips.
It was funny. You will not regret it. Sometimes
So he's a good actor.
he was great. Yeah, he was really good. He had good comedic timing. He was funny. Some of the stuff was a little bit risque
Okay.
to show on TV. Not like
But it's late night. So.
late night. Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah. But it not like crude risque. Just kind of in your face, yelling, funny, bleeps, that kind of thing. But it was all bleep. So anyway, so it's safe to watch with kids in earshot. There's no real swear words going on there. But yeah. Well, thanks so much for joining us this morning, YouTubers and Facebook. Thanks for joining us before, in case you join us later. But yeah, of course, we're always available for you on khou.com and through our KHOU11 app, which is free in the App Store, by the way. Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. We're there for you too. So hey, thanks so much for joining us.
And absolutely want to let you guys know that later on, meteorologist Erica Lopez will be here with Ron Trevino, I believe. Did I pronounce his last name right?
Trevino.
Trevino. Sorry, Ron.
Trevino. Yeah.
He just had a birthday yesterday, so if you see him, wish him a happy birthday.
birthday.
And I just updated the weather forecast on the app right there. So you can go ahead and take a look at the article talking about the cold front and also the changes we're going to be seeing as the week progresses.
Perfect. We'll be paying attention to you guys this week,
Well,
that's
thank
for sure. All right, guys, thanks so much. Have a great Sunday. We'll see you right back here, 5:30. Ron Trevino and Erica Lopez will be here. And then H-Town Rush, by the way, is on every morning during the week from 4:30 until 7. And then on the weekends, we are on Sundays from 7 to 8. And then Brandi is on Saturdays from 8 to 9:30.
We're just all over the place.
Keeping you on your toes out there. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good Sunday.
Enjoy.